Pro. So today's video would be on the previous year question papers of Jadavpur University entrance exam. In earlier section, what I did say you that when you can expect the application form and how much time you have to prepare for the entrance exam. And in another video I said the pattern regarding the question paper of that entrance exam, that which kind of questions do you expect, like the MCQs and the logic based question, essay type questions, and from poetry section we did see the pattern. Okay, but in today's in the video now I will be talking about the actual question papers. Like we'll see that what are the questions came in the examination in order to have the clear idea regarding the questions. Okay, in order to be fully clear regarding our preparation. Okay, so you can see that I have downloaded the question papers, which you will automatically have it once you watch the video and press the subscription button. And if you have any queries, you can write it down and you'll be getting that thing, that question papers in the description box. There would be link to download it. Okay, so you can see that there are how many arts questions are available. Let me show it to you. So many years I have downloaded so that you would be having clear idea. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. Okay, so I have used totally like 11 years question paper. We'll show one by one. Okay, just wait, we'll be showing it to you. So like this one, not a file at all. So the first file I want to show you is the oldest one. So the year says, let me show you by zooming it. Okay, so the year says, but it says 2017. Okay, it's a question paper belonging to 2017. Mean you can know the year difference. So it's quite old. And here the pattern says what? Full marks was 30 plus 100, which is our marks now. Okay, now too, when you would be sitting in 2026, you have to sit for this 130 marks question. Okay, it's not different, but our main point is we'll be checking that which way these questions came. Okay, so the part 1, you are definitely seeing the time, definitely 2 hours. So then it says like part 1, what it says in part 1, part 1 is like related to MCQ, which we had already seen in our pattern section. So how many MCQs we said that there would be 30? Yes, there's 30 MCQs are present. And then there's poem section. I said you that 4 questions would be from poem sections containing 10 each, so total 40. That's 2 available. Then there's this one too available, like it's a type question. I told you there's 2 available. There's lot of many options available. This one like from poetry, this one, and that's the essay type question one. Okay, so you can see essay type question containing 1 question containing 50 marks. Okay, but a lot of many options are available. So then the next portion is like the passage being given to you like this way, argument kind of. Okay, so this way you can see it had followed the whole pattern I had discussed earlier video of mine. If any of you hadn't watched my earlier video yet, you must go, like you must navigate through my channel. It won't be tough to find. If you find any difficulty in finding, you write it in comment section. I'll personally give you the link. Okay. So there you had found that it's maintaining the pattern, but we'll be seeing the questions to understand, but we'll be seeing little later. First we'll see one recent question paper. Okay, just wait. It's 2024. So here patterns is same. No, their passage came first. Okay, so here passage came first, and there's three questions came from passage. Like there's options, but you have to write only three. Okay, so like this is what, and then from poetry another passage. There are another three questions you are supposed to write down. Okay, so then there's what, then there's essay type questions two available. Essay type questions two available. Okay, so let we check our actual like marks division for the time being. Like it says the actual divisions is 100. Okay, so there's change. Well, in 2070 and even much more after 2070, pattern continued the way thought to be 130 whole marks, but nowadays it's now 100. Okay, so where a change came, here you are no more finding that MCQ section. Okay, there's a change came that MCQ section isn't available. Do we require to see any specific questions? We can see it, but in next part I might be showing it to you by actual questions, that which kind of question do come and how do you expect yourself to be fully prepared. Before ending to this video, I just want to show you another set of questions. Okay, so it's 2022. So here you see as containing 100. Okay, so we are sure that MCQ section has been cut down. Okay, so that's what we are seeing now. But the time remaining same, 2 hours. Okay, it's 2018 question paper. There too we can see the whole marks. The total marks is 100. Okay, the total marks says 100. So like by actual question we'll be seeing, just what, till I'm opening the actual question. Do you have any queries? You can write it down. Okay, so like actual question, if we see, then the paper says is 2007, it's the oldest one. 2016 we do have, when the marks is to be 130 total. So we would be seeing question from a recent one. Okay, that's best to watch my phone line. Let me show. It's 2023. So like you have been said that to write an essay on any of the following. So in options like no person is an island. Okay, you have been said to write essay on it, like no person is an island, an afternoon with allies, we don't need to know education, where have all the sparrows gone, life in a city. you have been said to write essay any of the topic. Okay, so the essay type question came in the forefront, which is usually in the middle section. So you can choose any of the topic. No person is an island. So on this you have to write an essay. And I am just talking about the questions. Okay, which kind of questions are these? In next section only we'll talk that how you are supposed to write down, like actual skill of writing will be dealing in next section, not this section at all. So it's containing 40 marks. Single question, you have to choose between these options. You have to choose one and you have to start writing. Be it no person is an island or an afternoon with allies, we don't need no education. Obviously maximum choose this one, I think so. We don't need no education, but you can choose any of this if you are interested. I'm saying it because people like to choose easiest one. Okay, so where have all the sparrows gone? It's interesting. Life in a city, that's another thing people might be choosing. So in next section I'll be showing that how actually you are supposed to write down. Okay, so like this you have seen. Now write a short explanatory notes, approximately 150 words. Two of the following. So like no living language is pure. You have to explain why you say that no living language is pure. So continue 10 marks. Okay, answer would be appropriate for 10 marks. Borders are essentially shadow lines. You have to explain. Object and image may not necessarily be identical. And then architecture tells the stories of civilization. Then memory is like a sieve. Okay, so then you can see definitely there's poetry being given, and there's questions too following. Like the question, first question says that what it says, what do you think it's meant by the unposing factual bars? Okay, so like question is nowhere saying that write down a simple summary. Okay, it's saying that what do you think meant by the unposing factual bars. It doesn't say that what does the unposing factual part meaning here. It has nowhere asked this. It said, what do you think? It is asking your subjective opinion. That's why I said your own interpretation is necessary. Your own style of studying should be improved, and your own thinking should be gotten upliftment. Okay, you should be knowing how to think, how to write, and how to improve your subjective skill, because nowhere it will say that what it is used, why this poem is looking like this. It is always asking the what do you think, like your own subjective opinion, and you have to argue in favor of it. So this is the special quality of writing which I'll be teaching, that how do you can develop it. Okay, then what do you think? Silence spoke loudly of silence. So makes sense, like silence, how silence can be louder than a word. So this is what you have to explain. So in order to explain such questions, you have to have a different capability of understanding, creativity, and a kind of a realization which requires to be having knowledge regarding poetry. We'll deal with everything. As I told you, today's section only to know the questions and papers. Next section I'll teach you how to be like writing in reality. But as I told you, unless I am seeing the views and the subscriptions to be going in the way I'm expecting, I'm not supposed to take any classes on writing, because writing classes, for that I want a live class. Okay, and in order to organize live class, there are certain rules. and that there should be certain number of subscriptions and all, then only we can conduct it. So from my part, there's no such thing that I may not intentionally conducting. It's not, it's like that. That's the problem of that system, and system wants more subscription in order to allow the button to work for me. So I want everyone, if you want that live section on writing, where I will show you in live classes how you are supposed to write, how you are supposed to do it with practical examples and with my own notes and everything, then you have to do subscription. For that you can do subscription by yourself, you can share it with your friends and do everything. It's absolutely free classes which goes on YouTube. For that you do not have to pay. And those who are following other channels and all, I do not think that anywhere you would find such explanatory one from real experiences and explaining from the level of your understanding, I don't think. And if you have any problem in understanding English, if you want me to say even Bengali words, a few Hindi, then I can do it, as I am catering a whole group of students where every languages can be coming. So that's why I'm sticking to English, because your subject is English. Okay. So there you can see the questions are very different, where your own point of view or own understanding is being asked. For that you have to understand the poem. So in today's section, let me see, I can teach you the poem. Although the answer section I won't go, as I told you that answer section I would go only when I feel in a section, and that would be only mattering about the subscription. Okay. So like the poem says, on the fifth day. So it's talking about the fifth day. Okay. So we can assume there was already 4th day passed, and this is the fifth day. So what happened? The scientist who studied the rivers. There was a scientist. What he did? He studied a river were forbidden to speak or to study the rivers. So that scientist was forbidden to speak and even to study the river. Then what the scientist did? Was studying about river was a forbidden thing or something cursed that he was forbidden now? So there's a huge question in the first stanza a student can feel after reading it. Okay. So then the second stanza says, the scientists who studied the air were told not to speak of the word. So the scientist, there was another scientist. Okay. The first scientist studied about river and he was being forbidden to study about river. Second scientist studied about air and he was told not to speak of the air. Why? Then the ones who worked for the sorry, just wait. So this way it goes on, like the scientists were like forbidden for their knowledge. It's like the knowledge was forbidden or the activity, everything will be unfolded. Okay, like the ones who worked for the forests were silenced. Okay, the ones who worked for the bees, like this second scientist who studied about air, that too was not allowed to speak. The third one too not allowed to speak, and the fourth one too was walking on bees. Okay, so he was too silenced. Okay, someone from deep in the badlands began posting facts. Okay, so the someone else other than this scientist started posting facts. Were told not, the facts were not told. As now the person isn't scientist, so that's why the facts were being told not to speak rather than the scientists were being silenced. So then what happened? The facts are supposed to be taken and were silenced. So now the facts have become silenced because they have been stopped to be spoken. Now it was only the rivers that spoke of the rivers. So now scientists no more speaking about river because he was forbidden. Now who is speaking about rivers? It's river itself talking about rivers. Only the wind that spoke of the bees. Now wind is speaking about bees rather than scientists. Unpausing factual bars of the fruit trees continue to move toward their fruit. Like the fruit trees, like factual bars of the fruit trees due to move toward their fruit. Like factual data regarding trees, fruits, it itself now speaking regarding it, and itself is working without thinking that the scientist will notice, scientists will speak. The silence spoke loudly of silence. So like that, no more scientist requires to speak. In the silence situation, if the silence is speaking, the rivers keep speaking, of rivers, of boulders and air. So like these three things for which earlier scientists were speaking, like the river, for river the first scientist was speaking, boulders, air, second scientist was speaking. So this way now these are speaking for itself. Bound to gravity, careless, tongueless. So you had understood the fruit was a hint to gravity, because Newton had discovered it in the same way that a fruit fall, and he understood it's due to gravity and all. So this is one like allusion to Newton. Allusion means when you were giving a reference to something which happened in past. Okay, it's a poetic device, it's a rhetoric device used in poetry. So bound to gravity, earless, tongueless, and the untested rivers kept speaking. Like river do not require to be tested by scientists or anybody, it can speak for itself. Bus drivers, shelf stockers, code writers, machinists, accountants, lab techs, stylists kept speaking. They spoke the fifth day of silence. Okay, so what did you understand through the poem? So like the fourth day, the scientists were allowed to speak. Some spoke about river, some spoke about air, some spoke about bees. Then fifth day they were silent. They said now river can speak for itself, air can speak for itself, gravity can be going on without being discovered, because you know the difference between discovery an actual incident. Like it's not the gravity was never present, gravity was present, but it was like someone just noticed it that time and gave it a name. Earlier it was present, none had noticed it, none had given it a name. So this is the difference. So that's why it's now saying the poem you can interpret in different level, because in such exams like this university it wants different interpretation, which you can use different theories for it. But if you use the most recent one, like the new criticism, where your own interpretation, reader response theory, you can use even there, you can find different meaning. In next section I'll show you that which kind of way you can write. I will show you the writing note of it, but you can do in different way. You can do it even eco-criticism, that nature is like the nature itself. It's not someone who can't speak, it's like that you are speaking for it, you are silencing it. Okay, and in order to speak it, and by saying speaking for on behalf of it, you are claiming somewhere it's not spoken, and you are discovering something, and even in discovering it you are putting it in dangers. And how it is, why it is, this is even written in the poem section. And the questions were asked like, why this unposing factual bars? Okay, what meant by, had your own opinion being asked, no? So like silence, okay, silence spoke loudly. How silence can be spoken? Here you can say the you can put even subaltern context to that, how those who are speaking on behalf of others can speak in limited way rather than the one who knows it. Even if he is silent, his silence speaks more than others who are speaking on behalf of him. How it is, why it is, I'll explain everything through notes, through every way it is possible, through the theories explained by me everywhere. For the timing you just be here with Lit Notes Pro. It's a new channel, but it's a dedicated channel. It will give you, cater to you a little bit regarding my intro. If I give again, I'm Shongita Shaha, and I have qualified UGC WBC GATE, which is a minimum eligibility to be an assistant professor. And I have started this channel newly, and this is a kind of a thing just to cater students who do not have such reach, and as it is online, so it can reach that many people. It can, okay, it has no limitations, okay, you know it. So thank you for watching, and I will expect that everyone will be sharing it with your friends. And if you like it, press the like a button too, and subscribe it. Subscription will even help you to get notification regarding my next video on the actual writing, okay. And thank you for watching.